Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here with,
Bye.
and with the critters. You can't see her probably, but Jellybean, well, yeah, she's down. You see her little head right over there, right there.
She's watching me eat pizza.
She's watching Brad eat pizza, leftover pizza. So she's parked on my butt. So, howdy, howdy, howdy. I hope everybody's doing fine. How you like my doohickeys? I got these from Family Dollar. They have some headbands for $1. And so I picked up a couple. And then I realized I had like 2 or 3 other ones from years past. So I got like a whole collection. I know. And then I have Christmas hats too. We're ready. House all decorated for Christmas. Mainly. I got a little bit more maybe to put out here inside. I just Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus, that's it. And if I put them out, I might not. I don't know. Kind of happy with how things are. In the inside, I don't want the house to be so packed full of stuff that you can't even move. We still need to do those pop-up Christmas trees. So I picked up 2 pop-up Christmas trees, and they actually are left over from Halloween, I guess. They're 5 foot each, and they come with lights, battery-operated lights. They're the skinny trees, and they're made of tinsel and stuff, and they have spiders on them, but who cares? It's green and black, and it kind of fits us, fits me. Brad loves spiders, and he loves green, and I love Halloween, and I like to look at spiders. I don't want spiders to come visit me because they always bite me, but you know, I'd rather have a spider any day than fire ants. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
So Brad got the outside decorated mostly. I looked on the back of those solar lights, and it has an on-off button on the right, and then on the left up there is the mode.
Yeah, and when they weren't charged yesterday when I was trying to.
Right. Okay. So.
Yeah.
So we bought some battery operated, or not battery operated, some solar powered fairy lights because I like to have a few lights out there year round. I just like how it looks. And I don't want to pay an arm and a leg to illuminate. Are we paying that? So I figured, solar power is a gift from Mr. Sun, which I will gladly accept. And so we're trying to get the banks charged up. Brad put them down the railing and then a couple down the pots. Did you even unravel that one set?
Yeah, unraveled. I just kind of looped it down, but.
No, right by the flagpole. Oh, because it looks really bunched up.
It might be, but.
No, it looks like you didn't unwrap it.
Oh.
Are you sure you did? Okay. No, it's just how it looks. Maybe that's the extra cord.
It might be.
Yeah. So, and then we call them the lightning bolt lights out in the tree, and he put some colored lights around the trunk. We have a couple inflatable, and then he put some red lights all around them. That looked kind of cool. And, if we ever get more fairy lights or something, we can almost make like a runway.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. Not picking up anything more for Christmas until after Christmas, and then hopefully maybe we'll be able to pick up a few decorations massively marked down. I don't want to get too many more decorations. I'd like to have some more solar powered fairy lights. Those are for any time of the year, though. We both like the warm white ones, and I just think they look nice. We start using them we use them year round, but you get the normal pumpkin buckets, for trick or treating, and you put some lights coming out the top. Kind of looks like, that looks pretty cool. And then for Thanksgiving, you just turn that pumpkin around. They don't see the face anymore. I like dual purpose. I can roll Halloween and Thanksgiving, fall, Halloween, and Thanksgiving all kind of together, so I only have to take and put down a few decorations to extend it for Thanksgiving. So I like doing that. I can do that springtime too with your Easter. You can kind of extend that. If you really want to stretch it, you could do it for summer. You just add a few more flowers or a few more brighter colors, and you got the summer.
Can I comment on that?
You may.
Sometimes you start Halloween in March.
Not now.
Not anymore, but you
No,
used to.
but no, I never have. One year though, we had the weather was so bad, we still had the Halloween decorations up come Christmas, right? Because it's frozen. You ain't in Wyoming or other cold weather states. If you're frozen, you're frozen. You ain't moving any decorations until it thaws. So that year, we still had the Halloween decorations up when it come Christmas. And so we're trying to just kind of throw some Christmas on top of it. And then we thought maybe we were going to have some Easter with, and finally it started to melt. But yeah, you know, and on a good year, if it's September and the weather's moderately nice, Brad would run outside and start throwing lights down because, you know, by the time it's time October 1st to be decorating for Halloween, that you could already be in a frozen tundra. But here, I don't have to worry about that. But I do like the warm fairy lights. And they're solar powered, and I really like anything solar powered. So if you ever want to think of getting me something for Christmas or any other time of the year, solar powered lights. They make wind chimes that way. They make all kinds of cool stuff that's solar powered, and that's the way to go. And I love it. So anything like that, statues that are solar powered, I love it. So
I do too.
Yeah, we really like it. We have a planet. We call it the planet, and it's those balls that hang down almost like in a galaxy, and they change colors, and those are solar powered. And we had a set when we lived in Florida, and then they got ruined when we moved. But then I found another set on. I think I got those from Walmart, didn't I?
I think so.
Maybe Walmart or Amazon. They're not very expensive, but they're really cool looking.
They are cool.
Yeah.
I like them.
And so we did that, and then I decide, yes, I will never learn. I decide I didn't like where my bed was. So I decide to, and Brad offered to help move my bed up against the wall again to make a little more room. Because, see, like I said, we use my bedroom at night like a family room because right now, the whole couch, almost up to the ceiling, is full of cardboard right now. We're waiting until, you know, because we've had a lot of expenses, of course, because Christmas time and stuff. But here in a few weeks, we're going to have, hopefully, our next door neighbor come, and we're going to pay him to haul the cardboard away. But until then, we can't really rearrange the front room. I'd like to have it be a little cozier. And it's nice at night. I like it because we all get to stretch out, and I like it because the dogs get to be on the bed with us. Like, was it last night we had all three dogs up there? Yeah, last night we had all three dogs up there. Your dog was locked in your bedroom, by the way.
Oh yeah, because I closed the door because I didn't want the cat in there.
And that's why she was crying. And I couldn't figure out when we just came home a little bit ago, and I couldn't find Nixie, and I could hear her barking, and I could hear her whining. I kept calling and she wasn't coming, and then finally I heard her bark again, and it dawned on me she must have been locked in Brad's bedroom accidentally.
Yeah.
She could still go underneath his bed. But I decided I wanted to move my room, like I said, because we like to be able to sit on a bed and have a little bit more room, and we like to be able to have the animals up there. Of course, they love it. The cat's been coming up a lot more. I think she was a little put out when we first got Jellybean because Jellybean is small, and you know Jellybean is can be very time consuming for me.
Yes, you can.
I'm not complaining, but the dog is a little obsessed about me. You think?
Yeah.
And but now, I mean, Jellybean loves Angel the cat, and she doesn't seem to mind Jellybean. You know, since Jellybean hasn't tried to hump her anymore. That was a fluke. There just a couple of times, I think, because we had a discussion about the young lady, we don't do that kind of stuff, you know. Just like I tell Charlie not to lick his junk. Don't lick your junk, I say the D word, on my bed. Yeah. Charlie just kind of camps out in the corner of the bed up against the wall and stuff. Brad said, wait a minute, get him off the bed now.
Yeah.
And if you notice too that the bed doesn't move as much since it's against the wall and stuff, I think where it is gives Brad a little bit easier for time to get up. Because can't you grab onto the door down there? And I think that helped. Plus, he's sitting up on a pillow. He needed to sit up a little bit higher. So we moved the bed, which means we moved shelving, which means we had to take everything off the shelving, then move the shelving, and then so we got the room about half done, and we both had it, and we're like, nope. I'm like, nope. Finish it tomorrow. I hope to finish it tomorrow. Today, I will. I'll at least get it vacuumed, and I gotta do the cat litter box and stuff. Um, what else? So I've been busy doing that. We ordered groceries from Aldi's, and then we bought cheeseburgers. Doesn't that make sense? You get your groceries, right? And then you're like, let's just get something out and let's just order something because, you know, kind of watch it because Grubhub and Uber Eats and different places are kind of having some specials on like no delivery charges and stuff, you know. But let me warn you, I love Instacart. Don't get me wrong. But watch it because I was ordering from Aldi's the other day because I'll tell you, it's really hard for Brad to get out a whole lot. The pain is getting worse. We know we're coming. Hopefully, I'm hoping 6 weeks maybe he'll have the surgery because he is in his pain. It seems to be getting worse. But order groceries in through Aldi, but don't push the Instacart Express because they'll say free, but in the fine print, evidently, they're going to charge you for a whole year, which is not a bad price. Don't get me wrong; it's like $99 for the entire year, so that's less than $10 a month. And you can use Instacart so many different places. But just if you're not really wanting to do that, kind of watch it, because you know. Oh, when we were checking that, I'll talk to you in a minute about that. I forget about something about finance, and I don't really want to talk about that on here. So you guys know how that is. So we've been busy doing that. Been making some more hats, of course. Haven't really had much time to paint, and I'm not gonna paint until I get my room situated better. Decided I am gonna probably make a sewing center instead in that what we call the blue room, which is the extra bedroom. We're splitting it. My side mainly, it's just going to have overflow of craft stuff, and I probably will do the sewing back there. I'm toying with starting to sew and sell again. I would really like to find something to, make a small income from that would be at home, would be something that I enjoy doing. I really did enjoy the sewing, but this time if I make pillows, I'm going to make it a certain size for a pillow form. And if people want to buy the already made quilted piece for your pillow that you'll just slip your form into, and then I'll have like a closure at the bottom, either buttons or Velcro. And that way I don't have the expense of the bulky pillow shipping it, even though it's very light. It would be much cheaper to ship it and easier for me, and then that person can pick out, if they want a super fluffy pillow or they want one that's more dense. It'd be just a decorative pillow, for your bed or couch or wherever. So, thinking about messing with that. I enjoy sewing a lot.
Well, there's a lot of stuff. Sorry. I know
But
there's a lot of the stuff that you used to do that you're discovering how much you missed it.
yeah, I'm not gonna get back into candle making because I don't want to. Um, quite frankly, there's so many people that sell the wax melts now that back when I was doing it, there weren't that many. Um, and same way with the candles. So I'm not gonna get back, and I don't want to really ruin a room because unless you're gonna pull the carpet, you're gonna ruin that carpet with it with the wax. It happens. Spills happen. Drips happen, and if you're pouring a lot, even the drips, they're really gonna make a big difference. And I don't know, it took up too much space and everything. You know, I did super well with. I phenomenal,
Yes, you did.
and I made a really good living for a couple of years from it. But before I started doing the candle making, I was sewing. I was sewing wall hangings, um, placemats, uh, occasionally some um, uh, pot holders, pillows, so that kind of stuff. Sometimes baby blankets, baby quilts. So I wouldn't mind getting back into that. I really enjoyed that. Um, but I'm really thinking about making just the pillow outer covering that people. What gave me that idea is I had bought last year through, I think it was, what was that one place your sister was so nuts about a couple years ago?
Was it Top Hatter? Or?
Yeah, and so I got a couple of the blank pillow things that just want to shove a pillow form into, and it's like, another thing's really super easy to make it just pillowcases. And a lot of times, maybe somebody wants a decorative pillowcase, or they bought a sheet set and it's plain and they want to jazz that up. It's very easy to do. So I'm thinking about lots of different ways. I might just do some quilting. I don't know. Thing is, I want to sew. I think Brad could tell that last night. All the lace and stuff I have. I think you were wondering, it's like, why doesn't she have all this lace?
Well, one of the things that you're talking about thinking about getting back into sewing is my biggest hesitation is how much how worn out you got. Because between the sewing and between the and the candle making, Lee's, you were just.
Plus, we had our granddaughter who was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but I'm not gonna, this time I'm not looking to make the income I made. There for a while, I was a power seller on eBay. And I started eBay 6 weeks before 9/11 hit. Now, I always will remember that. In fact, one of the fabric paint boxes I got in was from a gal whose husband worked at the World Trade Center. There was a large post office in there. And so he had taken that morning, taken that package in to be mailed out. And it made it. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And for a long time, I had the box flap from that. I don't have it now because we moved and stuff. But, and then you had the anthrax and all of that right after. But I pushed through. I had the USA flag material, and so I was putting it on canvas and selling those to a short sale because nobody could find American flags, remember, for a while. So, but I pushed through, and
that was. Oh, I'm sorry.
But for a while I was a power seller, which you have to, clear over at that time over 1,000 in sales, and but I don't plan on working that hard. I'm gonna not. My thing was I was pouring a lot of candles to order, not so much the candles but the wax melts, because I wanted to be as fresh as possible. And a lot of times with like the placemats and stuff, those were also made to order. And that way people could tell me exactly how many they wanted and stuff. And so that's a lot of pressure though, because I always wanted to get that stuff out super fast. I had a really fast turnout. I mean, 3 days max before it was shipped out. And that's from me making it to everything else. Brad helped me quite a few nights in there. Remember popping the, I had the tart molds, that are all kind of fluted and around. And he would laugh because I would be so fast at popping those out because I did it all the time.
Oh yeah.
And you got where you were getting pretty fast at it too.
I was.
And I'd say, come on, let's go, uh, do some shipping or bag up, and he would take out great big, huge bags, sometimes a couple of them, full of packages that, postage was paid and stuff, but he would take them before he went to work because it was on his way. So, but I don't plan on working that hard. I plan on only listing what I already have done. If it sells, great. If not, I'll tuck it away for a gift. You know, I don't want to do the pre-orders unless it would be a print that I thought everybody was just going to go nuts over. But it's kind of fun. The hunt to find the fabric is kind of fun. We have a lot more fabric stores here than we had in Wyoming. And the thing is if you can find the fabric locally is your very best bet. Unless you find a really great place. And then I sold so much that I used to buy the great big bolts. They were bigger than bolts of the wool quilt batting. Sorry. And, it was real thin, but it was real nice. And I would buy these humongous rolls of it because I went through it so much. And then the boxes and boxes and boxes of the polyfill. My poor UPS driver, he was always great. But, I mean, like, I would order wax, and at that time I was ordering through a place up in Pikes Peak in Colorado. And that was before the shipping really got increased and stuff. So I would order, lots of wax. And I could tell you, he'd back up. I could tell when he had a really big load for me because he would back up the UPS truck all the way to our garage door. I'd pop it open. I'd come out and help him. I think that always surprised him too because, he was like, oh no, let me get this. I'm like, no, I'll help. I'll help, because I mean, gee, it's getting to be, it's already dark and stuff, and he's had a really long day, but he was always nice about it. I used to give him some candles or wax melts occasionally. I used to do the same thing for my poor postal worker because we had locked mailboxes. But he was always so good. He would call me if I had a lot of stuff coming in. you know, he got a lot of stuff coming in. Or if I ordered a lot of boxes, he's like, you got a lot of boxes to carry. You want to come down and get them. One time, I had ordered a lot of shipping boxes, the priority. And him and his wife come and unloaded. They backed up too. And it was a private carrier. They're what do you say? Contracted out. And I knew here they were unloading, but I enjoyed it. I enjoy selling. I enjoy making and selling. And I'm not saying I won't put paintings up for sale. I will. I need to go through and re-inventory what I have because some of the stuff got damaged with the movers. And to me, it's like they might as well have just taken a crap in the middle of one of my paintings because that's what it feels like. Because when you destroy it, I don't do duplicates. That's an original art piece, and I'm not going to redo it. But it happened, and lesson learned. I should have, I guess, wrapped it in bubble wrap or something. The paintings, but I'll go through and inventory what I have, and I will list those. Where I'm not sure because I'm hearing anymore and I've heard some people really complaining about not selling on Etsy anymore because of a lot of the policy changes and fee changes. So you're going to have to kind of look around. I might just do, sell on Facebook and stuff. So we'll see. I just like something that it makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something. If I can help even pay a bill, when I first started on eBay, part of it was because we needed the money. And I had just gotten done working at Joann's Fabrics and store and stuff. And so, I knew I needed to make some income to help out. And so I started selling, and I would get a big thrill because at that time with PayPal, you could pay a lot of your utility bills through them. And so when I would get enough money to pay the phone bill or the electric bill, I would be so excited. And Brad would come home and I would be so excited to say, hey, I was able to pay this or I was able to pay that. And, I mean, it helped us take a few vacations we wouldn't have been able to take otherwise. And, be able to contribute. And that's always really nice. So, I'm going to see how it goes. If it's meant to happen, it'll happen. I'm not looking to make, buku money or anything, but, you always like to be making a little bit of your own money. And, yeah. What else we got going on?
One thing I'd like to backtrack a bit on.
Oh, God.
I mean, I've always been so very proud of you, how hard you work and the things you've accomplished. But when you were talking about making the flags after 9/11, one of the things that I was so proud of you is you sold the flags. You weren't making hardly any money on them because
No.
there's so many people that they're gonna squeeze every drop of blood out of a buyer.
No, I mean, I made less than $1 on each flag. And sometimes I lost money because when you're first starting on eBay, you're going to misquote your shipping. And if I misquote it and I'm off, and I will just eat the cost because, whereas if my buyer pays too much for shipping, I always refunded the diff. So, which always shocked them.
Yep.
But yeah, and if I did short sales, I remember on the flags that I would get a bunch done, and then I would do a short sale because people wanted their flags, So, yeah, it kind of made you feel proud that you were helping, because, like I said, it wasn't a flag to be had for, miles and miles. So, but I enjoy that kind of stuff. And here, there's a lot more fabric stores, and so I'm excited about seeing. And if you're going to different fabric stores looking for stuff on sale, you're getting your exercise too because you're walking around. So that's always good. So we went into Rocky Mountain and needed to run a few errands, and we stopped over at Food Lion. I just went in because we had Little Bean with us, because she'd have to stay home because I don't even know how she knew it this morning that we were going to be leaving. I didn't even have a bra on yet. There's usually a clear indication to her that I'm leaving somewhere if I put the bra on. But I didn't have it on. But she knew somehow. And she campaigned. She campaigned to Brad. She campaigned to me. She wouldn't even get it off me. She pinned me down. And I know she's a little dog, but it can be hard to get up when she's pinning you down and you're laying flat on your back because every time you go to lift her, she gets all stiff. So.
Or she turns to jello.
The other day, she was trying to growl at Charlie. She didn't like how close Charlie was to me. And he just put his head on her back, just kind of resting his chin and everything on it. No! Sorry, guys.
Charlie, Nixie.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. We don't even know what they were barking about. They just decided we're going to bark. So I think there was a leaf that moved. But, the other day, Jellybean thought she was going to be a badass with Charlie, and he just laid his head on her back and just left it resting there, and she didn't really know what to do about that because she couldn't really, So She was stuck. I think now she has a little more respect for him. It's like, he's a big dog. If he wanted to, he could, eat my face off. But he didn't want to. Right, Charlie? You don't want to. Are you a good boy, Charlie? Did you forget about that down there?
Oh, yeah, I'll get it.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, that's all we got really going on. Nothing super exciting. I mean, this time of year, either you're frantic and you're running around and you're trying to do all this stuff, or you're stressed out because you don't have the money to do this stuff, or maybe you thought, well, this year I will try and make more gifts because, money's tight. Groceries have gone up so much. Oh, Lord
yeah.
Almighty. I can't believe, like, I was buying peanut butter today, honey, and I couldn't believe how expensive peanut butter has gotten.
Was it bad?
Yes.
Wow.
And, like, thank goodness we don't. And, of course, if you have dietary restrictions like we do, we're both diabetic, then you need to buy, like, the no sugar added. I found some of those little cherry pies Brad loves. Well, these are blueberry and apple, and it had no sugar added. So I got him a few of those. And like I'd never seen the Splenda coffee creamer before. That's great.
That was cool.
And like if he wants chips, I'll get the baked ones instead because, he's so close to being able to have surgery. His toes are healing up really nice. That one that he'd been fighting with for, God, over 6 months is really looking good. So I was bandaging it last night. And it's kind of funny because once you're not going in where they're cutting away all this tissue and scraping all the new tissue off the wound, it's healing up really well. So, but he's so close to being able to have surgery. And I don't know how you would be psychologically if you weren't going to be able to have surgery.
Yeah, it would not be good.
Yeah, because the pain has gotten that bad. And like last night, it kept him up for, I don't know what time you finally got to sleep.
It was about, I probably fell asleep closer to 4.
Yeah.
And then about 4:30, a certain little girl.
Yeah, your dog wanted out.
Yeah.
I was just getting ready to turn my light off, and I heard him coming down to, by the back door to let her out. Because we always let him out back. I don't want dog poop in front. So, anything else?
No, I think you covered it. Like I said, I'm very proud of everything you accomplished, and
it was so hard in the grocery store today, though. Don't shop when you're hungry. Everything looked good, and of course, they have all the Christmas candy out. I sat there and obsessed over if I was going to get the candy cane Hershey Kisses, or if I was going to get the Hershey Kisses that were hot cocoa. I didn't get either, but I sure I drooled over the package because, and of course, it's right there where you're checking out, and I'm like, but I didn't because I can't.
well,
That stuff I picked up was $48.
I'm not surprised. But that's stores know what they're doing. That's why all that candy is eye level to a 5-year-old.
And then they had cotton candy, and it's like, I love cotton candy, So, oh well, I remain strong. So it's all you can do. But yeah. I thought I'd come on here and do a vlog because I've had a few people message me to see if I was alive or not. Happy December 1st. Oh, let me tell you all. I am going to be doing Vlogmas. So you'll be getting some kind of a little video from me every day. Aren't you lucky? You're like, yeah, right. But I am going to do Vlogmas. Because I haven't been doing any of the other stuff. So I'm going to do the Vlogmas. What else? Having hamburgers and noodle salad tonight. That'll be good. And that's all we got to say. I hope you guys are not stressing out about the holidays. Not worth stressing out about. It's going to come and it's going to go no matter what you do. Christmas shouldn't be all about just the gifts you give. It should be about the spirit of giving and the spirit of caring about each other and loving each other. And, you know, if you can't stand your family, nobody said you had to be with them. Seriously. I know a lot of us feel like it and get guilted into it, but if you really don't care to spend that much time with your family or certain people, do other avenues. You don't have to go for Christmas Eve dinner. You can say, hey, I'm going to stop over Christmas Eve afternoon before, you know, Uncle Marvin gets there, who I can't stand, you know. Yep. Or else you can put Uncle Marvin in a closet and then I'll be over that evening. It's not worth the stress, and it's not worth stressing yourself out about and feeling crappy about it. We did a lot of that. Many years we felt mad because we knew we were being used, and we knew that, you know, I might sit there and make all these wonderful gifts. I've always been a crafter. And these same gifts that people will pay lots of money for, my family would act like they were nothing. You wouldn't even get a thank you. And I'm like, and I didn't realize until I started selling stuff that it's like other people are thrilled with it. And, you know, but my family would just be like, oh, yeah, great.
Yep.
You know, so.
Yeah, but there's people on all sides of the family that, you know, it didn't matter what you get them as long as there was a high dollar sign attached to it.
Yeah. I think probably everybody has
yeah.
family members like that. So I'm going to get off here. I got a room to clean, cat litter box to do. Oh, boy. So, and Brad's got some stuff to do. Laundry and dishes and stuff.
Yep. Worry about doing some finishing touches on part of the dinner.
Yeah. So anyway, love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. Hang in there. Oh, I'm gonna take it down. I haven't yet, but I'm not gonna do the stocking stuff or the stockings and fill them because I never heard back from the lady who was supposed to be in charge of that kind of thing. And I mean, frankly, to do that many is very costly, and all of us need to really watch our pennies. So I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing with the hats, and my friends help me with that, and I appreciate that so much, Rebecca and Kathy, and anybody else that wants to help with that. But this year I'm gonna not do the stockings after all. I'm gonna hang on to the ones I have, and then we'll find something better to do with it next year. So, you know.
That's an excellent idea.
Yeah, because I just don't want it to be where, first off, if I don't get enough donated items, I can't really afford to go buy them myself. You know, because you think even if you're at Dollar Tree and you're buying stuff for 30 stockings, it's gonna, you know, and I know everybody else is tight on money and tight on time and stuff too. And so let's just, forego that for this year, and we'll find, if nothing else, I'll just donate the blank stockings to somebody else. And oh, let me tell you real fast, honey, at Food Lion, outside the door, did you notice they have all the recyclables? They have the aluminum, of course, and they have the paper, and they have glass.
Okay, no,
So it's real nice, yeah. So you have a hard time finding a place to do your recyclables. So
well, they didn't have that up there at the Rocky Mountain.
I don't know. But anyway, I love you guys, and I'm hoping you have a great day. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.